Hi, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your November 24th to the 30th, 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And I guess there's been a bit of rebranding, which I think is a very silly thing to say, but that is what has happened. I am now here on the internet, and my website is Dane Hart Guided Messages. So if you are interested in a private reading, if you are interested in a gift card or meditation or a healing, check out my website, danehartguidedmessages.com. It's listed in the description box below. It is still me. I have my tattoo right here, a little bit of eczema right there that likes to flare up every now and then. So it is still me. But yeah, Dane Hart Guided Messages, because Spirit really just guided me to change the name. And I'm very happy with it. So I hope you're happy with it too. All right. Now, before we dive into this reading, Leo, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Leo, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Okay. So we have the Nine of Pentacles. I love that. The Four of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Fool, the Two of Wands reversed. Interesting. Okay. The Seven of Pentacles reversed. The Three of Swords reversed. Strength is reversed. Interesting, interesting. We're represented by strength in the major arcana. The Four of Swords, the Queen of Cups reversed, the High Priestess reversed, the, what is that? The Seven of Wands reversed. We just move things over because we're not going to be able to fit it all. Okay. The King of Swords reversed, the World upright, and the King of Pentacles upright. So this is very interesting. Let me move these down so that everybody can fit, because my goodness, did a lot of cards come out for you, Leo. Spirit is very, very chatty this week for you. And that's very nice to get that sort of guidance and insight from Spirit. Okay, let's see here. Okay, beautiful. All right, and let me make sure everything's in frame. Okay, good. So we are crowned with the Nine of Pentacles, meaning that we've put in a lot of hard work, but there's a payoff coming this week that's going to be enjoyable. It's going to be prosperous. There's a sense of bounty moving us forward, a sense of insight into ourselves, what we want, but also know that we can get really caught up with, okay, then what's next? Then what's next? The Four of Pentacles is vampiric energy drain. So just being mindful about this during this time, that we need to ground ourselves. We need to say, what is important to me? How do I want to be moving forward? What is it that I want to build for myself? What is it that I'm looking forward to or towards? And with the Knight of Pentacles and also the King of Pentacles here, both in the upright position, this is very strong earth sign energy: Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Excuse me, I'm going to cough. So if you're born on the cusp with Virgo, if you have earth sign energy in your chart or in your life, this is going to come through very positively and very profoundly during this time. With the Knight of Pentacles, it's slowly and steadily moving towards your goal. We have a bear here, we have a knight, we have the flag with the pentacles on it. You're not going to be moving fast, right? A bear can move pretty darn fast when it wants to be, but bears are big. They don't move as, it's not speed, right? They're not jaguars, right? So here with the Knight of Pentacles, it's moving slowly towards your goal. It's having your armor on. It's being prepared, and it's looking at things differently. You're also going to be looking at things differently and seeing yourself move forward in a forward moving trajectory, meaning that you're going to be making strides towards your goals, towards what you want, towards what you're looking for in this world. And with the Fool coming forward, you're not afraid to take a leap of faith. Even though you're being very pragmatic about it, you are still taking a leap of faith during this week, looking at things differently, looking at yourself differently, saying, what is it that I want? But there isn't going to be, okay, not that there isn't going to be that fear, but you are releasing a lot of the heartbreak that held you back before, that kept you from moving forward in the way that you want to. Be mindful that you're not going to be as patient as you need to be, even though you have the Knight of Pentacles here, which is patiently, slowly, methodically building what you want. But you are going to be more inclined to take that leap. But do notice here that she has bruised knees and bruised elbows, right? She's fallen. She's fallen. It's been hard. The flying on the broomstick hasn't come as naturally as expected. So when we take our leaps, remember there's gravity. When you jump, you're always going to hit the ground again. And so knowing that for ourselves, or at least while we're here on Earth, right? And have gravity to contend with. So here, knowing that for us is going to be really important. I'm going to have an impact as I jump, when I hit the ground again. Do I fall? Do I stumble? Do I roll? Do I just keep running and keep that momentum? So being aware of this is going to be important for you. It's going to be powerful for you. And it moves us then to the Two of Wands reverse. There's a sense of a door closing. And there's a sense here that's going to be one of the things where it feels like, man, that just didn't work, right? So when the door closes, we're going to think, oh, that was a failure. It wasn't. It was Spirit closing the door, the universe closing a door and saying, it's not supposed to be that way, right? We're not supposed to be walking in that direction. You do have, with the Nine of Pentacles crowning everything, prosperity and success and bounty and abundance just all around you. So taking that in and really admiring what you have achieved is going to be important, and not getting too single-mindedly focused on, I have to walk through that door. It has to be just like this, because we have, with our strength here reversed, we can be very fixated on things. Okay, we can get it in our head. It has to be this way. And so when our path zigs instead of zags, or when we turn left instead of right, and we thought, oh, everything was supposed to go this way, and Spirit takes it another, we can get overwhelmed by it. We can question ourselves. We can question the way that we want to move forward, what we're moving towards. We're not going to have the patience that we need with ourselves, especially. So if we can be aware of that, and when we start having our negative, nasty thoughts come into play, if we can sit there and say, I see you, you don't get to rule this game. You don't get to, diminish me this week. That's going to be powerful, right? With the Three of Swords reverse, it's releasing a heartbreak, a pain, a disappointment, something that has left really deep scars. And it's like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not letting myself be defined by that pain. It can be the pain of another person. Vampiric energy drains you financially, spiritually, emotionally. And now it's looking at those scars and saying, if I don't heal them, they've won. And I'm not doing that, because Leo, you're a winner. You are a winner. And you're not going to let those scars ruin your life. You're just not. I know that's a bold statement to make, but it seems like, especially this week, with you moving forward with so much power, but also with you looking at things in a different light, right? We're starting off the holiday season. If you're here in the States, Thanksgiving is on the 28th. So happy Thanksgiving to everyone who celebrates. But there's also a sense here of like, what am I thankful for? What do I want? And how do I want to move me forward in Thanksgiving to my creative self, to my spiritual self, to my connection with my universal light? And it's knowing here that we can be very rigid with ourselves, very dogmatic. You have to achieve this way. It has to be just like this. You have to do it just this way. We need to stop and we need to honor ourselves. So when we get that rigidity coming forward, I'm going to cough again, excuse me. When we get that rigidity coming forward, stepping back and stepping into our healing, stepping into honoring our story, making sure that we get enough sleep, making sure that we honor our rest, that's going to be important. Now, water sign energy can be a bit difficult for us. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. If we're born on the cusp with Cancer, if we have water sign energy in our chart, we can feel like we're drowning, right? We can feel overwhelmed. We can feel like we're just not going to be at that place in love and emotion that we want to be. And everything is just bigger because we're just going to be a little bit dramatic during this week. So just be mindful about that. Also be mindful of emotional manipulation. And be mindful of people hitting your buttons because they know that they're there to hit, and so they're going to do it. Loving yourself, connecting with what you love, filling your cup, embracing your heart, that's going to be important. With the High Priestess reverse, there's a lot of insight coming your way that we might not just be ready for, and that's okay. To say to the universe, listen, I don't want to dive deeper into my psychic spiritual self, or I don't want to know more about XYZ. I need to just handle what's here right now, can be what we need to say to the universe. So being aware of that is going to be important, but also trusting ourselves enough and trusting our path enough, and the fact that we are meant to be different. If you're here, if you found this channel, if you've listened up to this point, you're not like everybody else. And it's not saying it in the way that you're the it girl, the it person, the it this, like, oh, I'm just not like other people type of thing. It's saying, I'm different. I know I'm different. I know the way I see the world and the way others express the way they see the world, it doesn't align. And that's okay. You are most likely a highly sensitive person. You are complex. You are intense. And embracing your complex intensity is going to be important. You feel the world. When things are out of alignment, it's like nails on a chalkboard. It's knowing you. And so as the veil lifts from your eyes, you might be pulling it back down and saying, no, not now. And that's okay. But then also giving yourself permission to take the leap of faith and jump more into the place Spirit wants for you. Like your path on this earthly plane, the way we think of our lives and say, oh, I define it like this from our limited knowledge, and Spirit's vastly, beautiful plan for us that takes us out of our comfort zone and out of our imagining, that's a huge thing. It moves us then to the Seven of Wands. And I love the Seven of Wands because it's the shooting ladders game, right? And we can feel like, oh, I get to the certain spot and then I fall down and oh my gosh, this, and oh my gosh, that. So just being aware of this during this time, just being aware that we're carrying a lot, we're building a lot, we're gaining an understanding of where we want to be. We're looking at the rules of the game. We're learning how to celebrate ourselves. We're learning how to release certain negativities. And with the King of Swords, this is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We might not be having the best time with an air sign energy, but we can also be really, because we ourselves are in the reverse, really taking in the negative comments of people, or even taking in what they say as being negative when they might not have meant that at all. So just be mindful about this during this time. The King of Swords can also be a person who is very, very logical. They don't want the emotions brought into it. They don't want the passion, the feeling. They want just the facts, just the numbers, just the statistics, brought forward. And that can be very difficult for us. So do be mindful, especially if you're in a career that just boils everything down to the numbers. You might be feeling very, very stifled. You need a creative outlet, whether it is your own personal creative outlet or changing up your job or whatever it is. Just knowing that that's important for you during this time. Do not listen to the negativity. Again, we will hear it even if it's not like intentionally said. And I'm not saying this in a way of those people who say nasty things and then go, oh, I don't know why you're being so sensitive. And it's like, dude, come on. Anybody would take that as an offensive statement. You meant it as one, just stop. So just being aware of this is going to be super important during this time, that we are going to be more sensitive. We are going to call out certain behaviors in our head and be like, that's not acceptable. And that's going to be okay. But we also can't be too rigid with ourselves. The world is opening up to us. And the King of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, is really opening our world to prosperity and success, new ideas of abundance, how we want to move forward, what we want to create for ourselves, and where we're going. What we're looking for this week is a very stable foundation for which to build off of. This is going to be a time where we are going to want to be reckless. Spirit isn't saying don't take risks. Spirit is saying don't be reckless. Don't just charge forward because it feels like any action is better than inaction, or you don't want to think it through, or oh my gosh, I'm scared, So I'm just going to charge forward and just do something. It doesn't matter what. Spirit is saying here, step back, think it through, balance yourself, and see yourself and honor you. That's going to be a very important thing. Oh, I do apologize. Okay, so let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is the parrot reverse. It says, let go of others' thoughts and opinions. Yes. Okay. It is time to embrace who you really are. This is reverse. This is what we're having a difficult time with. It's like, oh no, what does everybody think of me? How does everybody perceive me? How can I take that leap of faith on me and slowly build what it is that I want? It is going to be a slow build as much as we want things to be fast, because we're fire sign energies. We like things to move quickly. It is going to move slower, but that foundation is going to be excellent. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. This is the Prince of Swords reverse. That's exactly what Spirit has been saying. Be mindful of just charging ahead, action for the sake of action. This can be, wanting to be the hero of the story, and then because we can act so brashly and boldly and not think things through, people will be like, oh no, not the hero, type of thing, or like we kind of bumbled it up. So just be very mindful about that during this time. We also need to be mindful of energy that's like, oh, just push it forward, just move, 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 move. We need to think things through. We need to balance ourselves, and we need to see ourselves with kindness and respect. That's going to be important, and release a lot of the negative thoughts that run around free, live rent free in our heads, and that try to hold us back. Our chakra message, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is creativity. And that's exactly what Spirit said during this reading, that we need to bring our creativity forward, not stifle ourselves, not, be so rigid. So that is going to be really important. Our sacral chakra is open to creativity, opened to, the expression of ourselves, and embracing that is going to be just beautiful. So giving ourselves time to let that beautiful sacral chakra energy, that creative, sensual, beautiful energy of expression and self move through us it's just lovely. Our subconscious spirit message is the Falcon reversed, and it says, use keen perception and skills in making decisions. Do not delay. And that's reversed. We're going to take these big decisions or look at these things that are rather big, and we're going to be overwhelmed by them. And we're just going to be like, okay, any decision, like I'm just going to push this forward. And that's not going to let us be where we want to be or move us forward in the way that we want to move forward. So just be mindful about this during this time, okay? So let's see here. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Ace of Cups reverse. We're a little bit afraid of feeling things too deeply and really opening up our hearts to what we truly want, because there's almost a sense of like, oh, there'll be rejection here, or oh, there'll be pain here. And, it's like I've had to close off my heart so many times before. I'm afraid to let it in. And we're also afraid by the, kind of rush of emotions that will come forward once we open our heart and embrace our soul. So just be mindful about that during this time, that we will want to cut ourselves off emotionally from certain things, and that's not going to help us the way that we need it to, okay? It moves us then to our chakra energy. It's our inner child. This is the heart chakra. Let your heart shine. Let your inner child speak to you. Listen, because your heart is full and it is beautiful. Our subconscious tarot energy is the temperance. Is that temperance? Yeah, it's temperance. This is Sagittarius energy. This is balance. This is insight. This is understanding. Sagittarius energy is a time frame of November 22nd to December 21st. That's the time frame that we're in right now. And there's a sense of balance and truth. Balance through truth, through understanding, through, a deeper connection. And during this time period, the Sagittarius time period, we're going to be needing to embrace a balancing of self and a deeper understanding and respect of self and what we need. All right. All right, Leo, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to you always. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of yourself. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Leo. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.